Imagine the worst. Envision catastrophe. Confront the very bedrock of your deepest fears, not to wallow, but to dismantle their power before they ever arrive. You are about to unlock the profound power of Premeditatio Malorum, an ancient Stoic practice that will fundamentally shift how you prepare for life's inevitable challenges, transforming vague apprehension into unwavering, proactive readiness. No longer will you be a passive recipient of fortune's whims. You will become a deliberate architect of your inner tranquility. The great Stoic philosopher Seneca understood that the human mind naturally shies away from discomfort, from imagining pain or loss, but he argued this avoidance leaves us utterly vulnerable. He believed that to truly live a tranquil life, one must routinely engage with the specter of misfortune, not as a pessimist, but as a sage preparing for battle. Think of the Roman legions, constantly training, drilling for scenarios they hoped would never materialize, yet knowing that preparation was their only shield. Seneca advocated for a similar mental conditioning. He would deliberately practice poverty, for instance, by living for days on simple, sparse food, sleeping on a hard cot, just to test his resolve. You may say, "I never expected it." Do you imagine there is anything that fortune will not dare to do? He wrote in one of his famous letters. Seneca's point was clear. Expecting the unexpected, rehearsing disaster in the mind, makes the actual event far less jarring, far less capable of shattering your composure. He wasn't suggesting we become morbid, but rather that we become mentally anti-fragile. He knew that the things we fear most often derive their power from their perceived suddenness, their unexpected blow. If we dismantle that element of surprise, we diminish their capacity to cause us lasting suffering. We live in a world saturated with information, a relentless stream of potential crises, from economic downturns to environmental shifts, from geopolitical tensions to personal health scares. Our modern minds, unequipped with this ancient discipline, often buckle under the sheer weight of what might happen, turning potentiality into present torment. This brings us to the core of the revelation. What if the very act of expecting hardship could dramatically reduce your anxiety about it? What if embracing the grim possibilities actually freed you from the suffocating grip of constant worry? Think about the typical modern struggle with anxiety, that swirling, vague dread about the future, the endless what-ifs that paralyze action and steal joy from the present moment. Before understanding Premeditatio Malorum, you might spend countless hours consumed by hypothetical scenarios. What if I lose my job? What if my investment fails? What if a loved one gets sick? These fears are often formless, shapeless, lurking in the shadows of your mind, ready to ambush your peace at any moment. You might try to push them away, to distract yourself, to engage in endless positive affirmations, hoping to conjure a better reality simply by wishing for it. And what happens when a real challenge actually materializes? Shock, panic, a feeling of being utterly blindsided. Your carefully constructed facade of optimism crumbles, leaving you exposed and emotionally vulnerable. You are about to unlock the Stoic approach. The transformation is profound. Instead of avoiding the potential loss of your job, you deliberately sit with the thought. You visualize the empty office, the final meeting, the search for new opportunities. You don't just imagine it, you mentally walk through the steps. You acknowledge the difficulty, yes, but then you shift your focus. What skills do you possess? What networks can you leverage? What are the irreducible things that remain within your control? Your attitude, your work ethic, your character. By doing this, the abstract terror of job loss transforms into a set of actionable steps, a problem to be solved, rather than an existential threat. The shock is diminished, the panic is preempted. When the actual event occurs, if it does, it's no longer an unforeseen cataclysm. It becomes an event you've already mentally rehearsed, one you're already prepared to meet with a steady hand. You are no longer merely reacting. You are responding from a position of inner strength. This isn't pessimism. It is mental inoculation. It is proactive empowerment. It's the difference between a ship weathering an unexpected storm, tossed and battered, and a ship sailing into a forecasted gale, sails trimmed, crew ready, course adjusted. Which vessel is more likely to reach its destination? This ancient wisdom exposes a common modern illusion that ignorance of potential hardship somehow protects us. It does not. It merely ensures our fragility. To weave this powerful wisdom into your daily existence, here are 3 precise Stoic practices for cultivating resilience. First, Begin your day with a focused morning premeditation. Before you step into the hustle, take just 5 quiet minutes. Instead of planning everything to go perfectly, consciously bring to mind one specific thing that could go wrong today. Perhaps your internet connection fails, your car breaks down, or you encounter an unreasonable demand from a colleague. Don't merely acknowledge it, visualize the scene. See yourself facing the frustration, the delay, or the conflict. Feel the initial pang of irritation or disappointment. Then, and this is crucial, deliberately shift your focus to what is within your control in that situation: your reaction, your patience, your ability to adapt, your commitment to your values. What will you choose to think? How will you choose to act? This isn't a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a mental fire drill, preparing your inner faculties to respond with wisdom rather than impulse. Second, incorporate an evening review of fortune's fickleness. As your day draws to a close, before you sleep, reflect not only on what you are grateful for, but specifically on what you possessed during the day that you could have lost, or what you experienced that easily might not have been. Contemplate the easy conversation with a friend, the functionality of your body, the security of your home, even the simple quiet of the evening. Imagine these things stripped away. Feel the poignant absence in your mind. This is not about regret for what is gone, but about cultivating a profound appreciation for what you have right now. It's an inoculation against future loss, a constant reminder that all external things are on loan, perishable. By mentally releasing them, even briefly, you learn to hold them more lightly, more joyfully, and to suffer less when they inevitably depart. Third, practice the detachment from valued objects. Pick an object you treasure: your smartphone, a favorite book, a piece of jewelry, perhaps even your vehicle. For a few silent minutes, vividly imagine it being broken, lost, or stolen. See the cracks, feel the sudden emptiness where it once was. Allow the initial surge of dismay to rise. Then, systematically remind yourself that this object is external to you. Its destruction or disappearance does not diminish your fundamental worth, your character, or your capacity for inner peace. Your phone is a tool. Your book contains stories, not your soul. Your car is transport, not your identity. This mental exercise extends beyond possessions to anything external, even relationships and aspects of your physical health. It teaches you that while you can enjoy and care for these things, your tranquility is not and never should be contingent upon their perpetual presence. This is not about being miserable. It is about being free. You are no longer a person buffeted by life's unexpected blows. You are transformed into a person prepared, a person who doesn't just idly hope for the best, but anticipates the worst with a steady, unblinking gaze, knowing that even the most formidable challenges can be met with inner fortitude. You gain a profound and unshakable sense of self-reliance, understanding that true tranquility is found not in the absence of problems, but in your unwavering capacity to meet every single one. You become an immovable object in a world of constant motion, serene amidst the storm, because you have already walked through the fire in your mind. Embrace the profound shadow of what could be, and in doing so, step into the unwavering light of your own unconquerable resilience. The practice of Premeditatio Malorum is not a dark art. It is the ultimate tool for forging an unshakable spirit, for fortifying your very soul. Let the wisdom of the Stoics equip you, not for an easy life, but for an unconquered one. But true mastery extends beyond preparation. What happens when the worst does arrive and you must move forward? How do you rebuild, not just materially, but spiritually, after profound loss? There is an even deeper truth waiting for you, a way to transmute hardship itself into an unparalleled source of inner strength.